We got that internal email this morning. I couldn't believe this, that Jacob Fowler will make his debut tonight for the Habs against Pitt. And Ken Dryden, Patrick Waugh, Carey Price all started their careers against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Is this a coincidence, Pierre? Are they setting him up? Is this the fourth guy of the greatness of goaltending in Montreal? How do we feel about Fowler going tonight?
Well, I can assure you this wasn't a plan 3 months ago by the Montreal Canadiens that Jacob Fowler will be called up for this game. I can guarantee you that, in fact. In a perfect world, while the Canadiens internally thought Fowler would get NHL games this year, certainly the original plan was that it would be in the second half of the season. But they need saves. And so, he's played really well at the AHL level, and the two guys in the NHL uniform have not been very good at all, and in particular Samuel Montembeault, who needs a reset here. And that's the other side of all this, is that the Habs internally are hoping that Montembeault can, take a breath here and rebound and come back better for it. And I mean, they're not going to forget he had 3 good years before this year, but he's just arguably been the worst starting goalie in the league this year. And it's really hurt Montreal. It's hurt their confidence. They're a young team, and now they're looking over their shoulder, wondering if they're going to get a save. So the call-up of Jacob Fowler is absolutely important. It's timely. And there are a lot of people around that kid that think he's up to this. So we'll see. I mean, they better play better defensively in front of him, because I don't care if you're Igor Shesterkin, but the Habs' defensive play has not been very good either.
Yeah, that certainly doesn't help. And we do the Canadian mood meter here with the 7 Canadian coaches, and I'll get to mine next hour. I can't think of one positive team with a goaltending scenario right now. Like, Demko's out. Obviously, Edmonton's a mess. Wolf has not played well this year. Like, by his standards, it has not gone well. Hellebuck's injured. Hildeby's playing for the Leafs. Ullmark's been awful, horrible. And the Habs have called up a kid to play tonight. Like, there's not one positive goaltending story in the country right now.
Dude, you can throw in 20 teams from the U.S. with the same problems, too.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Fair.
Yeah. Like, is that condensed schedule? Is it a coincidence? Like, what do we make of the goaltending
maybe
problem?
It's just a collection of average. I mean, Hellebuck is injury.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's elite. Demko is very, very good, injury-related. Stu Skinner and Cal Peckard, you got to look at the body of the work. And, we're looking at a smaller sample size, 30 games in. And you're right, their goaltending has been wildly inconsistent. But we talked about this in Colorado Springs. I look into the future. I try to, right? And names like Curtis Joseph, Carey Price, Martin Brodeur, Patrick Waugh. I mean, we're talking about the best of the best back in the day. Aside from a couple of few, 5 years from now, there's going to be a goalie crisis. If not in North America, across the National Hockey League.
Dude, I think there already is, Darren.
Is that because you don't think kids are playing it enough?
Don't think so. No, and Pierre and I were part of this conversation. We had 2 owners. Owners are more hands-on now than they've ever been at the National Hockey League level, but literally state that they're worried about goaltending in the future. Not this year, next year, the year after. 5 years from now, especially in North America, where are these goalies coming from? Because they're not playing hockey. It's either too expensive, or, this is going to sound ridiculous, athletes aren't jumping at the opportunity to play goal. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it's the short, dumpy kid that gets the pads. I don't.
That's how you. Maybe O can make a comeback as a goalie at some point.
Oh, really? I'm a short, dumpy kid. I'm 6 feet tall.
I know. I'm kidding. Phillip Rivers. You and Phil are 2 peas in a pod. That's interesting.
I didn't explain that very well.
The short, dumpy kid was. I was just taken aback by that idea. Pierre, do you stand by that? Short, dumpy kids. That's the future of goaltending in the NHL. It seems like it's all giants right now.
I'm not. I don't think I'll touch that particular aspect of what Dregs just brought up, but I think Dregs is bang on. I mean, I was there when those 2 owners talked to us about it. Let's bring it to Canada specifically, and maybe because I've spent so much time, looking at the Olympic roster maneuvers here for Team Canada and so on. And obviously, as Doug Armstrong himself told me a couple of days ago, the Team Canada goalie position remains, quote unquote, the most fluid still. I mean, that's just the reality of it for Team Canada. If you look at the NHL stats for goalies who have played a certain amount of, for starters, and go by nationality, there actually even aren't that many Canadian goalies in the NHL right now. I haven't, backtracked the stats on this, but I wonder if this isn't the fewest amount of Canadian goalies playing right now in the NHL in the history of the league, in particular. I mean, just think about that for a moment. And listen, some of that is that the game keeps growing, and we're obviously opening doors to people from all kinds of different countries, playing net and playing the NHL. That's the positive spin. But unfortunately for Canada, I don't think that's really what's happening here. I just don't think Canada's developing as many elite goalies as they used to.
And
Let it play for free.
Yeah.
In minor hockey, the goalies play for free.
We've had that issue
Free
with
gear, all of that.
I love that idea. But you know what happens? The other parents say, well, that's not fair. Like, I'm paying. Why is this kid not paying? Why aren't there? Because I know from experience. I've heard and I've seen through the grapevine, and I've been through these experiences where your teams are short goalies. Like, we got to have a goalie. And you're right. Then it's like, well, what else do you want? Not have a goalie, not have a team, or do you want them to play?
Like smaller kids, they got to rotate who plays in net.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I hear you. But this is legit worthy of a summit. Like, we joke, oh, you lose the World Juniors, let's have a summit. No, this is actually existential.
It's a big deal. Yeah,
big time. And you're right. They got to get to the bottom of that. All right, Pierre, Dregs, good seeing you guys. Thanks for doing this as always.
Thank you.
There they are, the insiders. Pierre, LeBrun, Darren, Dreger joining us. Sorry about that. I owe you an apology.
That was a dick comment.
I want to get out before you Rob Ray me. I want to make sure that I apologize and mention it and say I take that back completely.
That Rob Ray's pissed.
I'm worried about Noodles in Buffalo next week. Legit.
He should go out there with the mascot's head in between the benches.
How good that would be if he showed up with a mascot head on.
Yeah. The lion in Buffalo, the mascot head, and walk in between the benches with it on.
I need that video.
Do it.
We need that video.
If you have any stones, Noodles.
Yeah, you're going to call Noodles out now?
Yeah.
Okay.